Thank you very much for coming. And today, well, we are going to do a workshop on Daoyin for better spine health and for the stronger immunity for the body. And the Chinese way of thinking is we normally say 以不变应万变. So virus, there are so many viruses, so many bacteria, but we've only just got the same human body. So how do we make ourselves better and stronger? And rather than taking various different medicines or a range of different vaccines, etc., the most useful thing is to strengthen, to boost your immunity. Okay. And we choose to do the event today. I know it's a Saturday, it's a long bank holiday weekend. So I'm very grateful that you're all here today. We are celebrating the World Taiji and Qigong Day. And here I would first of all like to thank Brighton Hove City Council, NHS Organ Donation, Sussex Community Foundation, and more than anything else, CDP, the Chinese Education Development Project, which was set up by Dr. Lu Hong, which has been enabling us to do all these workshops twice a week for so long now, as well as today's event. Okay, we're very grateful for their support. I have my email address here, so if any of you got any questions and you want to find out more, you can always drop me an email, and in any of those addresses, that will be fine. Okay, good. So what is so special about today? It's the last Saturday in April. For more than 10 years now, we've been celebrating this World Taiji and Qigong Day. It started in America. In America, there's a large group of Taiji and Qigong enthusiasts, and they've conducted many research. Obviously, there are a lot of research being done in China, but the leading place is in America. A lot of clinical research has been done to support or to find out the evidence of the benefits of a regular practice of Taiji and Qigong, which has been again and again, lots of research have supported this benefit. Even on our own NHS website, I found these two links, which is a guide to Taiji, particularly for fall prevention, lower back pain, and increasingly for mental health as well. Also, I'm not sure whether you are aware of the social prescribing, and research have found if you are ill, particularly for long-term illness, chronic disease, medication, drugs only helps 20%. The other 80% is to do with our lifestyle, our diet, our exercise, and whether we have a good support system, etc. And so the whole movement of social prescribing has been going on. And they are now recommending Taiji to be prescribed for illness on the NHS, which is really good for us and makes us to feel good that we are doing something positive to us for our health. Now, you might ask, what is Taiji, what is Qigong, and what is Daoyin? And those three words being sort of bouncing around. Some people say, well, are they the same thing or are they different? Taiji is, you can say, is sort of we are very much focusing on the yin-yang balance. If you know the Tao is symbol, the yin, the black and white fish with the white and black dot as their eyes, then you can see what we want is the dynamic balance. So when the black growing from a very small part grows bigger, but when before it reaches the biggest, the maximum state, a little bit of white has already crept in, so it grows. So what we want is a continuous balance. It's forever changing. And Qigong, what is Qigong? Qigong is energy work, literally just translated as energy work. If you do yoga, you have the word, you will know pranayama, so the breathing exercise. And how, but you may ask, well, in the exercise classes you've been doing with me, we never really sit still. We may pause a little bit, but we are constantly on the move. And that is because the dynamic qigong has got another name. It's called the Dao Yin. Dao meaning to guide the energy flow. We want the flow of the energy within the body to be balanced and to be constantly moving through all parts of the body. And yin is to stretch the body to make it more flexible, because we don't want any rigidity in the body. Also here you can see there's a big diagram with 44 little figures bending the body shapes in different way. This is the earliest historical record of Dao Yin, and unearthed in a tomb which was dated back to the Han Dynasty over 2,000 years ago. Okay. The purpose is to, again, to stretch out the body to help the energy to flow better. There are 3 sources of qi. In a minute, in the next slide, we'll talk a little bit more about where this qi, this vital energy comes from. And then we'll also talk about what is good health. And in a nutshell, the TCM's belief is the smooth, unhindered flow of qi, this vital energy in the body, is good health. If there is any blockage, any stillness, stagnation, then it's the bad thing. So you would have pain or discomfort in whichever part there is the blockage. And so again, we talk about the dynamic balance of the yin and the yang. The yin, well, you know, the yang is when it comes to the energy, we think the rise of the energy, the expansion of the energy is the yang. And then the settling of the energy and anything that condense going back, contraction, is the yin. And we want the yin yang to be constantly balancing. And we also need a sufficient amount. Sometimes we have the word qi xu, meaning insufficient energy. Okay, so the key concept of life and health is the yin yang and the qi. Now, the qi, there are 3 sources of the qi. First is the prenatal qi. The moment you were conceived, when your parents made you, that qi was the most essential one that you were allocated this amount. It tends to be, this qi is stored in your kidneys. When we say kidney, it's not just the kidney organ, but the whole kidney system, the meridian system to do with the kidney. Also, the second source of qi is the clear qi from your environment. And with that, we mean the fresh, clear qi. And that is the organ is the lungs, would be in charge of the breathing, bringing in fresh qi and dispelling any stale qi. The third source of the qi is 水谷精气. So we eat nutritious food. The fine sort of nutrients we get from the food is another source of qi. So we breathe in fresh air, we take in the nutrients of the food, and we replenish the qi, because in everyday living, we consume qi. So the Chinese idea of keeping fit is you have to exercise, but you don't want to exercise excessively. So the Olympic slogan of faster, higher, stronger, it's perhaps not exactly ideal for once you pass the middle age. And you should exercise, keep the body mobile, but not excessively consuming your qi. Okay? If you look at the Chinese character qi here, and one is from the Taoist point of view. So at the beginning, there was nothingness. And then there is the yin yang. You may think it's like the Big Bang. There's this yin yang separating, and then we have the yin yang, then the qi flow, etc. The next source of qi, you see the Chinese character with the rice component at the bottom, and just suggest that coming from 水谷精气. So we eat, the qi comes from our grain, the grains we eat. Anyway, here I want to use the hose pipe to give you the idea about qi flow. The whole purpose of Taiji, and particularly Qigong, is to make sure the energy channel, or sometimes we call another word is meridians. We want the meridians to be there is no blockage. It should, the qi flow should be very, very smooth, like in the first picture here. Whenever there's any blockage, any clinkage, any damages to your pipe, then the energy does not flow well, the water does not flow well. Okay. There's also, we mentioned about the yin and the yang. The yang is the energy rises, expands. So in the morning, you want the energy to rise. And in the TCM terms, it's the same as in yoga discipline.
You want to record?
Whoever is talking, please
record.
mute yourself.
You can use word to record.
Sorry, Ru Hong, can you mute that person? Yeah, okay, good, thank you. Anyway, so talking about the xu, meaning insufficient. So you can have the xu not having enough qi there. You can imagine, if you see at the in the slides, the very bottom right one, so it was quite almost like a desert, very dried area that used to be water running through, but very little water. When you have very little water, there is blockage there, or when there is a blockage, you don't have enough volume to unblock the energy. So you need to make sure you have sufficient amount, not excessive amount. You can't have excessive, it just won't hold. Okay. The other one is you want the qi to flow well. So like in the first picture here, even though it looks very calm, but the water is still flowing. That's what we want. So we want sufficient amount of qi flow in an unhindered fashion. Then you can have the yin-yang balance. And that is what health is. But anyway, just want to use two characters here to show the Chinese perception of medicine and doctor. The first character at the bottom, at the top left corner, is Yi, the full form character for Yi. And it's made up of top and bottom parts. The top part can be further split into two. The left part is like in a basket with some arrows in it. And then the original meaning simply means a basket that holds the arrows. On the right-hand side of the top part, it means hand holding a tool. And then the bottom part is the character depicts is like a, how do I say, like a cask that holds wine or beer, like beer barrel, okay, except it's made of clay. And we use that to suggest it's alcohol. So basically, this character original meaning is to use alcohol to clean the wound, to treat the injury caused by the arrow. That's one way of writing the Chinese character, Yi for doctor. There is a variation of the same character, meaning the same meaning, but the bottom part is Wu. Wu means witch or wizard. So in China, I don't think it's only in China, certainly in many other cultures, you have the spiritual healer. It's like witches or wizards. They are believed to be able to connect the earthly world with a higher spirit, and they have the power to cure any disease or illness. And certainly the same idea exists in China. Also, the doctors in China, brilliant doctors in ancient China, they can also advise emperors about how to govern the country. So that is Yi for doctor. The second character I want to look at is Yao. Yao literally means medicine. But if you look at the full form character Yao, which is in the middle of the diagram here, again, it's made up with two parts. The first part is the grass top, 草字头. The grass top, plants and Chinese herbal medicines for these thousands of years of history. maybe many of you would know the 本草纲目 drugs, medicine for the Chinese. They started with using different plants, different parts of the plants as well, sometimes roots, sometimes leaves, sometimes seeds, sometimes shell, etc. Okay. And then the bottom part is really interesting. The character means 乐, meaning music. Now in music, in Chinese, ancient Chinese music, there were only 5. We have do, re, mi. I don't think we don't have fa. We have so, we have la. I think there were 5 sounds there. And the 5 sounds is related, corresponds to 5 different organs: the heart, the liver, the kidney, the spleen, and and the lungs. Okay, so 5 sounds relates to 5 different organs. This is, I just want you to bear that in mind, because just now we talk about the energy flow within the meridians in the body, and 2 ways of making sure there is no blockage, there is no stagnation of the qi flow. One is by stretching out the channels through Daoying, through the Qigong exercise. The other one is through music. Music sounds, particularly drumming, is really good. That taiko drum, I don't know whether you've been to any taiko drum concert. The vibration really helps to dislodge any minor blockage within your channel. And if you follow some of the yoga classes, they may be using the Tibetan we call it the singing bowls. They strike the bowls, and that creates a strong vibration. Shamanic drums also have the same function. Anyway, there is a very, very well-known set of health qigong set. It's called the 6 healing sound, 6字诀. We use 6 sounds to correspond to 5 organs, and plus the 三焦. So all this would be particularly good if you want to meditate, you want to make sure that the energy flows well. And so that is the yi and the yao. Okay. And one last concept is the Chinese words for 健康. So 健 and 康, both words can mean health, good health. The character 健 is a person radical with the word 健. The 健, one of the meaning is discipline or good order. So it can be interpreted as at the beginning, when the word was created, the idea of if qi flows in an orderly fashion, then you are in good health. Okay? We don't want it to be very chaotic. Too much qi is forever rising, that it will give you headache, and you may not be able to sleep well, and you may go mad. Okay, Kang means health, but there's also another word. It means good roads that leads to many directions, as in the expression of 康张大道. So good road, flowing traffic. And here again, we can say is this unhindered, smooth qi flow in the energy channel. Now, I think I wanted to mention this idea of muscles. The word muscle in Chinese is 肌肉, 2 characters. Both 肌 and 肉 also mean, they all mean muscle. However, it can be further split into 肌 means the hard muscle. So if you go running, you do a lot of weight lifting, you build big muscles, and those muscles tend to be very hard. And I'm sure you know, after a long run, you are encouraged to stretch out to get rid of the very, very hardness in your muscle. You want it to be very, very supple. Okay, the softness is what we are. So the rou meaning the soft muscle. So 肌肉 together means muscle, soft, more flexible. And Laozi, some would say, is the founder of the Chinese Taoism, has famously got this saying of 专气致柔能婴儿乎. So can we go back to the state as a newborn baby? All babies, they are very, very soft. Okay, so softness is highly valued over rigidity and hardness in Chinese culture. Okay. And here, well, for today's exercise, what we want to do is to do some exercise that are targeted on different parts of our spine. So we begin from the neck, starting from the cervical disc, and then coming down to the thoracic, and then the lumbar spine, then further down. Okay. And let's practice some Daoying. Now, the movements I have chosen is from the routines we regularly practice. CDP, Brighton and Hove City Council have been sponsoring us for over 2 years now. And we have gone through many different routines. For example, Yi Jing Jing, Daoying 12, etc. At the moment, we are doing Ma Wang Dui and Da Wu. So we will be exercising, doing these movements now. If you are interested, you could drop me an email. I'll send you more details about the regular weekly classes. Okay, right. So that's the email. You can take a screenshot. I will stop sharing. Let's make a start. I need to find myself first. Where have I been? Okay, I'm here. Okay, let's do some exercise. Please find yourself a spot where you can move about. We just need enough space where you can stretch out your arms, maybe take one step on each side. Make sure there is nothing that will fall and land on your head. And the other thing is, when we do this exercise, listen to your body, okay? Don't force it. Do as much as you can. Let's make a start. We'll begin with a little bit of meditation to draw the attention back to our body. So feet together, eyes looking forward, soft knees, crown pushed up, and chin gently tucked in. So your neck is in its most natural state. When you're ready, soften the knees, sink your weight to your right leg, and slowly peel your left foot off the floor. Take a step shoulder width. Now in here, imagine you are standing in a swimming pool, surrounded by nice warm water that comes up to your chest height. Breathe in and lower your fingers and slowly, slowly bring both palms up, shoulder height, shoulder width. And then bring palms back towards you. Breathe out and press down. Feel the water bubbling up between your fingers. Again, breathe in and lift. Feel the resistance of the water on the palms and the fingers. Breathe out and press down. Feel the water bubbling up between your fingers. That's the sensation of the qi flow to the extremities. Again, breathe in and lift. Feel the resistance of the water on the palms and the fingers. Breathe out and press down. Feel the water bubbling up between your fingers. Last time, breathe in and lift. Feel the resistance of the water on the palms and the fingers. Breathe out and press down. Feel the water bubbling up between your fingers. Now, let the hands hang by the side. Take a deep breath in, sink your fingertips down, and slowly raise both hands. Middle finger stretching far away as you slowly collect the qi, hold above your head. Breathe out and press down, guiding the qi into your head, neck, chest, abdomen, thighs, lower legs, and all the way down to Yongquan spring bubbly point. Again, breathe in and lift. Feel the heaviness on your palms and the fingers as you slowly gather the qi, hold above your head. Breathe out, open Bai Hui, guiding the qi into your head, neck, chest, abdomen, thighs, lower legs, and all the way down to Yongquan. Again, breathe in and lift. Feel the heaviness on your palms and the fingers. Slowly, slowly gathering the qi, hold above your head. Breathe out and press down, guiding the qi into your head, neck, chest, abdomen, thighs, lower legs, and all the way down to Yongquan Xue, spring bubbly point. Last time, breathe in and lift. Feel the heaviness on your palms and the fingers as you slowly gather the qi, hold above. Breathe out and press down, guiding the qi into your head, neck, chest, abdomen, thighs, lower legs, and all the way down to Yongquan. Now in here, slowly bring your left foot back. Okay, good. Now we begin with something from the top that works further down the spine. Okay, we begin with Wei Tuo, offering the pestle number 1, 2, 3. When you're ready, soften the knees and the left step. In here, round your shoulders to the back and slowly sink the fingertips down. As you breathe in, bring both hands up, shoulder high, shoulder width, and then bring the palms back, hands into prayer position. And the prayer position, the hands is not as high as the mouth. It's about sort of a danzhong area. And then also the angle is not coming up to the thing. It's further down. Basically, when you do this, there is no tension anywhere. Eyes looking forward and downwards. There is no tension anywhere. Okay, so Wei Tuo, making the pestle number 1. Take a few deep breaths here and slowly raise the elbow, flatten the hands, push the fingertips to the front and slowly open. When the hands are in a straight line, reach your middle fingers further down to the walls and then sink at your the heel of your wrist. Basically, what you are doing is you are bringing the middle fingers back. When you bring the middle fingers back, all the other fingers will follow. Try to have a 90-degree circle angle if you can. Palms try to push away, push the walls away. Basically, you are creating space in all the joints. Okay. Don't force yourself. If at this angle, your hand is already feeling the stretch, that's fine. In your mind, your middle fingers are pointing up towards the ceiling. Okay, this is Wei Tuo, offering the pestle number 2. Okay, really push the walls away. Feel the stretch on your forearms. Relax. So release the tension at your wrist. In here, we round, so we flip our shoulders, wrist, elbows. Okay, so in here, okay, relax and circle, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Relax. And then go to the front, fingertips going to the front. Bend at the elbows, bring the palms back in front of your chest. Turn the palms out, continue turning. So now the web of your hands is underneath your ears. The thumbs are pointing to each other. The fingers are pointing to the back. Now in here, as you breathe in, you push up and up and up. Your eyes are looking to the front, but your mind, the eye of your mind is looking at the back of your hands. Okay. Feel the opposing forces, palms pushing up, toes pressing down. Engage your core and the perineum. Feel the stretch. And slowly relaxing, lowering the heels. Okay, make palms into fist. 45 degrees and relax. Okay. When we're holding up the sky, in this one is the Wei Tuo offering the pestle number 3. So this is from the Yi Jing Jing, the classics for strengthening the muscles and tendons coming out from the Shaolin temple. Next one, we are going to do the He Shou Long Tou, the crane's long neck. I'll come closer. Okay, this is taken from the Mei stretch exercise. In here, eyes looking forward first. Okay, push your crown. Imagine your crown being lifted up by a golden thread and chin gently tucked in. Okay, now in here, slowly turn your head to look to the left. Feel the stretch. Align the tip of your nose to the tip of your shoulder. Really feel the stretch behind at the side of your neck. And slowly, slowly, like a revolving door, turn your head to face the front and turn to the other side. Again, align the tip of nose to the tip of your shoulder. Hold the stretch and slowly coming back. In here, push the crown up and then bend. Try to listen to your shoulder. Feel the stretch on the other side of your neck. Don't move the shoulder, don't move. Okay, keep it level. Slowly coming up. Push your crown up first. Again, listen to the other shoulder. Hold the stretch. And slowly release. Next, we are going to do the 仙鹤饮水, the crane, the graceful crane drinking the water, so with a long neck. Okay, so now in here, again, crown up, chin tucked in first. In here, push the chin up towards the ceiling. Okay, try different things with your mouth open, one feeling, and then can you gently biting your back teeth together, close your mouth. You feel the stretch at the front of your neck more. Okay, and then push the chin forward, downwards, like a graceful crane drinking the water, and bring the chin up along your cervical spine. You have a double chin. And relax. So try to really tuck your chin next to your throat. And now let's do the opposite. Chin to find the throat. Push the chin down the thoracic spine, the cervical spine, and slowly push the chin forward, upwards. Gently biting your back teeth together. Close the mouth. You feel the stretch at the front more and relax. Now, this movement is not just by lifting, it's not just about lifting the head. We're also massaging the yin meridian point just underneath our tongue. And then also in massaging, pressing and expanding, massaging the 大椎穴, 大椎 acupoint underneath our 7th cervical disc. Okay, good. Now in here, let's do some more exercise. And first, what we are going to do is, again, another movement from the Mei stretch exercise, because we said today's movement, we want to work on the spine. So breathe in, slowly float your hands up, have a long arm. Okay, and then in here, fingertips pulling you, turning to the other side, turning to the left side, and then wrap yourself up. Right hand on your left shoulder, the back of your left hand at your right waist. eyes looking forward first. Now you can stop here if you've got restriction to the spine. If it's available to you, then turn to look behind you. Your gaze, turning the head, helps most of the vertebrae to twist that little bit more. And slowly coming out, easing out, and slowly coming back to the other side. Okay, turn and rotate, and then wrap yourself up. Eyes looking forward. In here, if it's available to you, turn to look behind you. Turn and look behind you. And slowly, slowly easing out. Release the hands and coming back up. And slowly flow the hands down. Okay, so this is about rotating for the vertebrae. Next, let's come to the other movement in Yi Jing Jing, and we are going to twist and turn. Okay, so again, breathe in, throw your hands up, and then in here, swing your arms to the left, left hand on Mingmen, right hand pressed on your ear. Mingmen is imagined from your tummy button. If you poke a stick through, it will come out in here. And I want the back of the center of your palms next to the vertebrae between the second and the third lumbar vertebrae. Okay. So that is the area. In here, breathe in, open your chest. By opening chest, we could do to bring the elbows back, both sides, bring it back. Okay, so you're massaging the acupoints underneath. And then, but at the same time, I want you to look at the tip of your elbow. Okay, look up at your elbow so your neck is turning as well. You're opening at the chest and you're turning your head. And then soften the knees. Okay, you're bending forward a little bit and then rotate, turn and turn and turn. So your chest is now facing the left wall, then bending down. Try to bring your elbow as close to the knees as you can. Also, the back hand, remember the back hand walks up the spine. So what you are doing is you are actually bringing the upper body quite tightly together. Okay, and then rotate so you can look behind at the heel of your opposite leg. You could also see your imaginary tail. Hold this and slowly coming out. Okay. And your back hand can come down to the Mingmen area. Okay, breathe in again, open chest, eyes look up to your elbow. Breathe out, soften the knees, beginning turning and turn, elbow close to the knee, turn to look behind at the heel, fingertips walks up your spine at the back and slowly coming out. We do this 3 times. Okay, again, breathe in, open chest, squeeze shoulder blades, eyes look up at the elbow. Breathe out, soften the knees. Okay, just repeat. Now this, you can appreciate your spine is rotating, it's also bending. So both actions at the same time and slowly open out. Release the hands and windmill your hands the other way. Okay. Right hand on Mingmen, left finger by your ear. Okay. In here, breathe in, open chest, elbows going back, eyes looking at your elbow. Breathe out, soften the knees, back hand starts walking up the spine. Turn, chest facing the right wall, elbow try to reach the knee. And turn to look at the heel of opposite leg. slowly, slowly easing out. Doing it slowly avoids injury and also allow the chi to catch up with the movements. Again, breathe in, expand the chest, elbows going back, eyes looking at the top. And breathe out, soften the knees, bending and twisting, turning, eyes look at the back heel, back hand walks up the spine. And slowly, slowly easing out. Back hand coming down to Mingmen. Okay, eyes looking forward. Last time, breathe in, open, expand your chest. Eyes looking at the elbow. And breathe out, soften the knees. Come and turn, rotate. Okay, elbow to knee. Turn to look at the heel of opposite leg. Back fingertips up the spine. Ah, slowly, slowly coming out. Okay. And hands coming down. Now we've been twisting, bending the spine. Let's do another movement and get our spine to do something different. The next movement is called Long Deng, dragon ascending. Okay. Right. So the dragon ascending is from Ma Wang Dui, which is a routine we've just finished learning, and we are now practicing on Wednesday, 5:30 to 6. And in here, shift the weight to your heels, pivot on your heels so the toes come out. So form the 90-degree angle. Breathe in, come up on your toes and your palms coming up the side. So massaging the side ribs coming up. You are up on your toes and you breathe out, lowering the heels, hands dropping down. Okay, bend the knees so you are squatting down, hands dropping down. Collect the lotus. Eyes looking at the lotus, slowly coming up. So you are making an offering to the sky, whichever God you have. Okay, fingertips reaching up first. And then straighten your head. Eyes looking forward. Now in here, push palms up to hold up the sky. Come up on your toes. Again, a very, very strong stretch of the spine. And also the stretch at your wrist and forearm as well. And breathe out, relax the stretch at the wrist, lowering the heels, hands coming back down. Turn the palms up, open, middle finger poking at the point underneath your armpit, the 大包 point, and release coming down. Now the 大包 point is really important. If there is any stagnation, any blockage there, you could be sort of emotionally quite upset or have some anxieties. Okay, second time, breathe in, come up on your toes, slowly, slowly coming up. Very good for your balance. Massaging the side ribs, right as high up as your body allows you. Release, lowering the heels, hands dropping down, going down. The eyes looking at the lotus you're just collecting, and slowly rise. We're making an offering up. And eyes looking forward, push both palms up, toes pressing down. Feel the contrasting force. And relax the stretch, slowly, slowly coming down. Turn the palms up, open, and poke at the 大包, slowly coming down. Very good. Now, let's do some back bend, gentle back bend. And with this back bend, what we are doing is we are poking, we are sticking the bum out. Also, you're looking up. So we try to get our spine like a reverse letter C. And this is the opening movement in Da Wu, the big dance, which is the routine we are practicing Friday afternoon, 5:30, the free lessons. Okay, let's start. Feet together, breathe in, flow both hands up to your diaphragm, and then bring the elbows back. Turn the palms out. Breathe in, hands going up, and slowly, slowly, as if you're holding onto something precious, looking up. Breathe out, press down. When the hands comes past your chest, soften the knees. I'm your mirror. Hands come down to the navel. Take a left step as you open the hands. Turn palms out. Palms are facing the ceiling. In here, squat down. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. Stick your bum out and look up. And slowly, slowly coming out. And bring the hands back in. Okay, now I'll do it sideways so you see the movement of the spine. In here, when we have the hands opening out, the hands are just in a straight line. And then what you do is you squeeze the shoulder blades in. So you bring the shoulders back. You don't really lower the elbow too much. Okay, at this point, and you squeeze the shoulder blades. And your hands is more or less at ear height, the fingertips pointing to the sideways. What we are doing is we are squashing the shoulder blades, okay? And then what we do is we stick the bum out. So the tailbone, we want the tailbone going back, but we look up as well. That's what we want to do. Okay, so let's do this. And we've come to one side, so slowly take a right step. Hands come out in a straight line. Now in here, sink down, squatting down, squeeze your shoulder blades in. Okay, stick your bum up, tailbone up, look up. So chin up, feel the squash. And slowly release the shoulder blades first. And standing back up. Okay, let's do it one more time. Okay, we don't often get our body to do movements like that. Okay, slowly open, take a left step. Hands opening out. Now in here, sink down, sit down, squeeze your shoulder blades in, tailbone up, chin up towards the ceiling. And slowly open. Bring hand and feet together and press down. Last time, take a step with your right leg. Turn palms up. Now in here, sink down, squeeze shoulder blades, tailbone up, chin up. And slowly, slowly open. Okay. Good. Now next, we're going to twist and turn. So from the 导引养生功12法导引 12, okay, there is a movement called 犀牛望月, the rhino looking at the moon. So we are turning the bodies, mainly working on the lumbar spine and the thoracic. When you're ready, soften the knees. As you take a step, flow both hands up. 犀牛望月. Anyway, my brain has gone funny. Okay, So take a step. I remember now. Okay, holding the fist at your waist. Okay, take a step. As you take a step, release the fist into palms, and it's the back of your wrist. Taking the movement, shift away to your left leg and slowly, slowly turn and look at the moon. So the moon is more or less behind you, 45 degrees behind. Look up. And now collect this pool of moonlight, slowly coming back to the front. Okay, turn and massage your ball of foot of the other leg and coming back. The reason we say rhinos looking at the moon, because the rhino's got a very short neck and it doesn't have a flexible neck. So it has to turn the body, the lower body. So turn and turn and turn. So look up at the moon. So you appreciate how much you have turned and collect this pool of moonlight coming back. Rhinoceros looking at the moon and coming back. Okay, again, take a step, hands going down, shift weight, rotate, rhino looking at the moon and collect the moonlight, come back and come down. Last time, take a step, hands come down, back of hands, taking the lead, look at the moon. And let the moonlight. Rhinoceros looking at the moon. And come back. Next, we want to do the tiger pouncing at its prey in the 5 animal play. So hands to hold to hollow fist. Breathe in, hands come up to your spine, along your spine. I'll do it sideways so you see the movements. And hands come up and up and up, straight above your head. Feet shoulder width apart. Eyes looking forward and downward. And you spotted a rabbit. So you pounce forward. Hands try to reach for the rabbit. Eyes looking at the rabbit. So your head and everything is trying to reach forward, but your tailbone is going back. And then in here, soften the knees, push the knees forward. Bring your rabbit back and push the hip forward. So you are arching back. And then as you raise both hands, raise your left knee. And then take a step, 45 degrees, pounce down. You are now sitting at the back leg and feel the stretch behind your straight leg and come back. Again, breathe in. Hollow fist comes up along your spine. Raise your hands, eyes looking at your rabbit and pounce forward. Hands, eyes reaching forward, tailbones going back. And soften the knees, hands come back. Push the knees forward and back, arching back. And come up. Take a step. And slowly coming back. Very good. Now, let's do the deer movement. Probably easier if you look at me at the back. Flow both hands to the right, to the left step, 45 degrees, and then start shifting the weight to your left leg. Lower hand pointing to the side, upper hand pointing back. Turn your head to look at your heel and see your imaginary tail. So you see it's a big twist and turn of the whole spine. It works on the entire spine. And slowly coming out. Bring your leg back. Let's do the other side. Take a step. 45 degrees. Change the hands into the antlers. And then shift and turn and turn. Eyes look at the heel. See your imaginary tail. See how much your spine has turned. And slowly coming back. Okay. Now we might have time to do one more. A 浮玉 in 马王堆, the duck, wild duck swimming. Flow both hands to your right. Take a left step sideways. Hands flap your wings to the corner of the room. Eyes looking at the top hand. Then push your hip out. Eyes looking at the same direction as your hip. Bottom hand turn to face the top hand. And then use your tummy button as the center point. Swing both ends, i.e. your head and the tail, opposite direction. Eyes look at the point behind your feet. And slowly, slowly coming up. Again, you are bending the spine and rotating, okay, sinking down. Hands go to your left, take a right step. Flap your wings, wild duck swimming. Sink down, push hip out. Okay, eyes look at same direction as your hip. Turn palms as if you're holding a tea, a bowl of tea. Okay, slowly, slowly rotate hand and bottom in opposite direction. Eyes looking behind you and slowly coming up and coming down. Okay, now because of time, we won't do the second rep, but we'll do one that will help us to relax the spine. Okay, again from Dao Yin 12. So flap the wings, fingertips going to the front, arch back, and slowly leaning forward. Okay, don't come down too much, just a little bit. And soften the knees, slowly coming up. We are not doing the full set. Okay. Now in here, slowly come up. Soften the knees and let your head roll down. The head takes the upper body and slowly, slowly coming down. Feel the weight of the head taking the body down. And then imagine you are like a rag doll and your collar being pulled up and your arms swing. Soften the knees and slowly, slowly curl up one vertebrae at a time. One last time, again like a rag doll, starting from the head. Slowly roll down, roll your head down and down and down. It's slowly coming down. Feel the weight and the whole body is relaxed. And just swing the arms sideways and soften the knees, slowly curling yourself up. And then bring your feet together. Okay, that's all we have time for. And thank you very much for joining me in this celebration of the World Taiji and Qigong Day. I'm not rushing away, so if anybody's got any questions, just ask.
Thank you very much.
It's okay, Yang 老师，你好。
Thank you.
Hi, Jill. How do you think? How do you feel, Jill? I don't normally see you.
Yes, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, thank you.
Does it make sense? It will make Friday's class.
It does, yes.
A bit more sense, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel, Malcolm? Oh, you are muted.
Fine, thank you.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. And George, do you enjoy learning about the Chinese characters?
Yes, but yes, I did enjoy it, but I'd been through a pretty stressful, you know about these stress positions with John Young.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'll be ready for a cup of tea now. Thank you.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, great style. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.
Very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.
没事没事，再见再见啊。
拜拜。
没事。
Thank you for
如果你对
Yes.
你不着急走吧，卢红，我待会儿跟你聊啊。
Okay. No, no
等
problem.
大家先走。
Okay. Bye bye.
再见再见再见。再见再见。